The ogre of the fairy tales, like boils upon my skin, unfolded from the cancer of the name I chose as kin through marriage, which was mirrored by the toxins introduced from linking portals of the names that it could mutate through. Sensational it may appear, but real it's been for me. I learned firsthand the weight of words and silence of disease contained in them, from foe and friend. Ties of command and name I cut from real experience of what those words became. The Rumpelstiltskin of my childhood years took on the form of patriarch, a vessel through which I came to be born. Dramatic, you may think it is, but logic finds a way where there is truth. In time brings proof that cannot be erased. This modern age of Harry Potter, witchcraft, curses, spells, puts power in all but the words we daily tell ourselves, like who we are and who we love and want to be, shall have. We barely see the spells of names which, when linked, can be bad. I'll use my name of just Chanelle, the just will set aside, and use Chanelle, through which this thesis will exemplify sickness and health and energy, the helix of the word and impact of communion, deemed better or for worse. Before the accusations come of names being defamed, I'm sharing how I got here and whom I met on the way, from death to birth and back again, in spirit and through life. I share the face of each disease that I personified. The evidence starts at the end. The cancer I cut out, just like the man who houses how that cancer came about. The cancer's home was in the bones his name then gave to me. Our names, combined and intertwined, gave life to the disease. That union's no metaphor. It really was a spell, premeditated, knowing that it would impact my health. The mantra that relationship from seed grew in my cells, unseen, ignored by all, and so I killed it by myself. Still at the end, another face that through shared name conceived its brother and derivatives each time I sat to read. And so I read, and knew full well the bugs would surface too, rounded them up with words of love, killed them in one fell swoop. I see the ladders and the trees that each one tries to climb, with others' names' progressions, showing how they changed through time, the simple boil to tumour, which they oh so cleverly used as control through fear of death, until they met with me. So from the end of death with cancer, then we met the boil, positioned as the calm, opposed to stress caused by the toil employment brought, opening gateways for it to mutate. I noticed, so I caught it, killed it, sent it on its way, returning me, whilst it reversed to teenage years at school. The middle, which in truth's the end, at which I found the source, found in the name that I had lived as illness of my past, and found connecting ties right from the first disease to last. The ogre I spoke of before came from first childhood books, unfolding to the cancer I'd have missed if I'd not looked at correlations and the links each name came to conceive. Each one begat its next in line, through time, symmetrically. Finding that source accelerated what I recognised, the patterns from which I'd returned, back to the start of life. Each sense confirming how the spread of word used in my teens had its own face, aroma, taste, wrapped in words of disease. I found more names at primary school, infected by the source, and Harry Potter I became, with my own Voldemort, attached through time, its name with mine, made poison in my veins, from which I'd healed, and with the zeal to kill it once again. From there, I followed what I loved and analysed each form and structure relative to me that every link could spawn. Each calculation that revealed a cure I then retained and further proved what one can do through linking of the name. What wasn't placed was given face as caution to myself and profiled as a narrative, as storylines of health. Those held in trust changed constantly, informing which disease of words to which I'd been exposed. They'd hunt, kill, and defeat. My white cells are personified as angels, they are known, projected guards from the inside deployed to stop the growth of chains and links of what we take for granted as mundane, chains of command of good and harm embedded in the name. In answer to the question many ask, how do you know? Each name defined with its disease holds unique patterned tones connected through my memory, and so when they're recalled, I see the hallmarks of disease, not after, but before the sounds they made sequence in vibration felt by me, as I converse with those who can relate to my stories, share my mistakes on threading words with every word I speak, removing unseen dissonance before it's made concrete. Through work and school, I'd played the fool, traced patterns of the speech I'd send inside to be refined as profiles when retrieved for vanquishing all of the strings experience had made. That's how I know. I learned what grows from my very own name. The lineage of every face I'd made on my return organically and naturally became what I have learned of warning signs, all from my life of stories, I then share as words of code that stop the growth of what should not be there. I hear the word appreciate, you now replacing it, which makes subjective once the object now given an id, identity, the basic need of that wishing to breathe, given its life through words we use, permitting it to be. Psychology, anatomy, the spirit of the tree is what I talk to and cut down when others come to me to share their woes, all symptoms of the parasites that try to use the essence of the name to bring disease to life. So it's not you that I talk to, it's what's trying to be inside the words of the return it hopes to make through me. Don't be alarmed, you it won't harm, it's me who is its prize, the one who slayed and knew the name that Rumpelstiltskin hides. Verse 27, here's the end. From A to Z, I've reached the numbered correspondences mapped by each faced disease. Now it's my code, used to evolve from terminal to youth. Bear that in mind next time you think that I'm talking to you.